Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel and today's video. So the Swedish sentence of the day is I like you very much, or a lot. And that is in Swedish, jag gillar dig väldigt mycket. Jag gillar dig väldigt mycket. Jag gillar dig väldigt mycket. So today I thought that I would just do my makeup, get ready, and we're just gonna hop into it. I'm gonna use my Milk Makeup Blur Stick. I have the luminous one in case anyone was wondering. And yesterday I had a little bit of a mental breakdown, which means that I started picking my skin. It's something I do when I'm nervous. I don't know what it is, like I bite my nails, but since I have acrylics, I can't really do that. And before anyone starts jumping me like, you shouldn't go out doing acrylics, I do them on myself, just so you know. So I'm just going to blend this in. But yeah, I don't know why. I know that a lot of you guys does that as well, like you start picking your skin. Don't know why. It's something that is so pleasant about that. I'm using my Catrice foundation, if anyone is wondering. I blended in a little bit of the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops and the Good Molecules silicone free primer moisturizer, priming moisturizing, blah blah blah. Anyway, today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about my makeup and murder videos, because I still get a lot of questions about them, and I wanted to address it in a video so that I can tell people when they ask me, like, go ahead, you can watch this video in case you wanted an explanation or anything. I have addressed this in like a live and a little bit like that and to people personally, but I haven't really addressed it in a video, so I just thought that I would do that. So I get so many questions about if I can do makeup and murder videos again, and no, I'm not doing them anymore. They stress me out way too much, and they are way too important to be made with bad research, and I feel like the only thing I can do is bad research. So here's the thing, when I was researching a case, I would listen to like at least 2 or 3 podcasts. I would download the investigation from the police, and then I would read that over and over again. I would listen to the podcast over and over again. If someone had come out with a book, I really wanted to read that, or you know, audiobook, because I don't really read, and I can listen to audiobooks when I'm doing other things like the dishes or when I'm working. I can sometimes listen to audiobooks and stuff like that, so that's really nice. But anyway, I can't do it. It takes up way too much time. It gives me a lot of anxiety. Oh, and you know, when I did the Abbe Blattelito case, there wasn't a lot of information out there, so I actually had to listen to the trial. So I had to hear everyone talk, and there are, I mean, I don't know, so many hours, I mean at least like 72 hours or something, just footage, listening to people talk and being interrogated and all of that. And the videos, in my personal opinion, is way too important to just kind of copy someone else's work, or I don't know. I know that there's a lot of people that does that, especially not maybe the ones that does like Swedish cases and everything. I don't really know anyone else that did Swedish cases that were Swedish, but I know that a lot of people that does the videos in English and does a lot of the most famous cases, they take the information that they find on other people's YouTube, and if someone is misinforming about something, then there's just misinformation out there. And I feel like the videos that I made were too important to just slop together. I wanted everything to be perfect, and I can't really do it. Also, it really fucked me up. I don't want to go into too much detail, but I got very, very paranoid, so I can't really do it anymore. And I just wanted to tell you guys so that if anyone is watching, I can just tell them, watch this video and you'll know why. So I feel like I've done enough explanation. I don't feel like I need to explain it a little bit or anything out more. I just hope that you can respect that, and I'm very, very happy that you liked the videos as much as you did. But just me personally, it takes too much time and I feel crap when I do them, so I don't want to. I feel like my foundation looks shit It's very, very blinding, especially on camera. Like, I'm looking in the viewfinder and it looks like I'm super pale here, but then a little bit more, you know, here tan. It feels like I'm very, very reflective. So I think I'm gonna go in with a shit ton of powder to set everything down so I don't look like this, and also try and blend it out a little bit with concealer. But for now, it is what it is. I am gonna take my Makeup Geek palette, or my single shadows. I'm just gonna take the shade Baby Face from Makeup Geek and just set my eyeshadow, or my eyeshadow primer. I mean, I did my eyeshadow primer off camera, and I'm doing that with a Kaleidos brush. I'm gonna use the Colourpop Lilac You A Lot palette. I said in my eyeshadow palette collection video that I wasn't sure, because this is unused, so I wasn't really sure if I wanted to use it, but I've seen so many people do pretty looks with it, and I think what I want to do is, for now I'm just gonna let it be, but I think I want to take the 4 shadows, like the shimmers and also some of the mattes, and put them in other Colourpop palettes that I have, and take out the pressed glitters and just amp them up a little bit, because the shadows are magnetic. And the reason I want to do that is because I've actually watched Naomi from Beauty Dreams by Naomi. I'll link her channel down below. She's a subscriber that I started watching. She is a beautiful, beautiful woman, and she just started her channel, so maybe we could subscribe to her and see how she evolves during this time. I know that a lot of you guys are looking for new channels to follow, but she had done that with some of her palettes, taking out the pressed glitters and then put in some other shades, and I thought that that was really clever. So I actually want to start off with the shade Imagine That, which is this one, and I'm just taking this on my Sigma E40 brush. The Cover FX Custom Enhancer drops, I'm really struggling. I don't know if you follow my product pan, but I do have a product pan, and I'm really struggling to use them up, because even now I just put in 1 drop to this little foundation cocktail, a small drop that is, and I just feel like I look like the Tin Man, or the Tin Man's younger sister. Okay, this shade was actually really pretty. I thought that when I compared it to all of the other shade, it actually looked kind of muted and not too colorful, but it is. And it's very, very pretty. I think I actually only want to go in with 1 more matte, and then I just want to do like an all shimmer. Now I'm taking my Sigma E38 brush, and I'm gonna take the shade Filtered, which is this one, and then I'm just gonna pop it here in my crease and just try and blend it out. I have 2 of these Sigma E38 brushes. I bought one myself, and then I got one from Sigma in PR. I do have a code with them. It's just Paulina Beauty, in case you wanted to use it. It helps me out, but the thing is that I hated the brush that I bought myself, because it's so scratchy, and it's this one. But the one that they sent me was so much better, so I was like, oh. So I don't know if I would recommend this brush, but I think I just got a bad one or something, because most of Sigma's brushes are fantastic. I think I want to go in with 2 shimmers actually. I know it looks kind of messy right now, but I think it will pan out. I want to go in with these 2 shadows right here. So the shade Wake Me and Fluff. Wake Me, Fluff. I'm starting off with the shade Fluff. Oh yes. I can imagine this being super pretty with a brown eye as well, or brown eyeshadow, and just like these purpley tones on the lid. However, the shimmer was kind of loosely pressed, just so you're aware of that, and I did spray my brush, I forgot to say that. But you can see kind of how messy the palette looks now that I have used that middle shade. So now we're taking the shade Wake Me. Ooh. Super pretty. The problem is that I've gotten a lot of fallout, which that's why I never do my foundation before. Okay, I tried to fix it as best as I could. I do just want to take a little bit of the shade Filtered again, and I'm just gonna take this right here and meet my outer corner because I feel like it meshes a little bit better. And then I'm just gonna go off camera and do eyeliner and mascara. So I'm gonna go in with my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Radiance Concealer in the shade 4.5. This was a little bit deep. But anyway, I'm gonna go in with it here. I'm gonna go in with kind of a lot of concealer because I kind of want to cover up the Cover FX damage that we did, Thin Man style. So I wanted to share some tips that you could do during quarantine that you might not think about, like if you're bored or whatever. I know that a lot of people have complained about the fact that they can't really work out, they can't go to the gym, they can't power walk. And I actually have a cross trainer at home, so I mean, I can still work out, but I get that not everyone can, and now not everyone can afford to buy a cross trainer or a bicycle or whatever during this time. But I moved away from home when I was 17 and I didn't have a lot of money or like any money, and that really had to push my creativity. And when I was around 20, I really wanted to lose some weight, but I didn't have a lot of money to like go to the gym. Not that it's like super expensive in Sweden, but it's just like, you know, when you don't have any money, you can't really afford to go to the gym. So I had to come up with something else. And of course, I could go out for longer walks and stuff, and I could go out running. It doesn't cost you anything, but I didn't want to do that. I hated walking during that time. I didn't feel like it was that efficient. Now I love it, but back then I didn't. I really wanted to get the sweat going and everything. So I decided that I was going to start running, but I didn't want to go outside to run because I felt like it was embarrassing. I don't know why. I didn't have a lot of confidence when I was a little bit younger, so I guess that has something to do with it. But I started running in my living room, so I just stood still and I ran on the spot. And that helped me lose 25 pounds. Just remember to have a carpet under you so your neighbors don't want to kill you. You can also do different stations. So in one station you do push-ups, one you do whatever, like high knees for 1.5 minutes or whatever. Like you can always do that, so you can still work out. And there's a bunch of different programs on YouTube where you can do yoga and, you know, whatever. It doesn't really matter. I think but that's like the thing that I've seen the most people complain about, the thing that they don't really have anything to do because they're not really moving their body a lot. Like, then that is something you can do. If you have a dog, try and train it a little bit, because I heard that some of you guys that has dogs, it's also different in different countries. But if you have a dog, like my dog for instance, he's tiny, but he has so much energy. He needs a long walk every single day because he has so much energy. He needs to run around and play. So for bronzer today, I want to use this one. This is from Too Faced, and you guys know I'm trying to finish this one up. I still have a long way to go, but I feel like I've come very, very far, and I'm just keep on pushing and pushing and pushing because I really I was like, oh, no. I really want to finish up a bronzer. Do you know what I realized? So last night, Nicholas and I, we were taking a long walk with Sigge, and we were just kind of outside walking, taking a power walk, and I realized that I haven't bought a new bronzer, because we were talking about bronzers and panning makeup, and I was talking, he was listening with a half ear. But I realized that I haven't bought a new bronzer since the Milk Makeup bronzer stick, and that one I bought late August last year or in September last year. But before that, I haven't purchased a new bronzer since the Fenty one. So the last powder bronzer that I purchased must have been the Fenty one. I was so confused about that, but it really shows that bronzer isn't really my biggest love when it comes to makeup. I also think that I was panning this last year and I was really trying to focus on it. I wanted to use it up. Obviously I didn't, and I've continued to work on it. So I mean, it takes a long time, but I feel like a bronzer you can finish, and I feel that I'm so close with this, so I just want to continue to use it. I love it. It's great. It tastes amazing, so why not? For blush today, I'm gonna use my Milk Makeup blush stick in the shade Swish. It's a poisonous color, but loving it. Ooh, this was a beautiful shade. It's actually the first time I'm using this because you guys know I'm so weak to Milk Makeup. I love them. And they on Sephora had like 40% off on a lot of the products actually. So I was like, you know, I know that I love their blushes. I think that they are, with the nude sticks one, I think that they are my favorite sort of formula. They are very different, the nude sticks and the Milk Makeup ones, but they're still, you know, a little bit similar. So I just felt like I kind of have to go for it. So I bought this one and the shade Rally. I say Rally because that's how I would say it in Swedish. Of course, we're gonna take a little bit on our nose. I know that this might be too much for some, but I love it. I think it's such a cute look, and it looks a little bit like you have a cold, so people won't come close to you. They will avoid you at any cost, and I love that. Oh my god, I hit pan in my highlight. Fuck, it's here. That's the good thing with Colourpop highlights, that you can kind of just press them back together with your finger and they look well again. So this is the Colourpop highlight in the shade Flexitarian. I haven't had this for a super long time. You guys know I went on my low buy this year, but I had actually placed an order for this one late December or something, so I got it in January, or yeah, I think I got it in January actually. So it is a new one, but it is something that I bought before my no buy. And this is the shade Flexitarian, and I know that people go bonkers over it, but I'm not the biggest fan of it, if I'm gonna be honest. I don't feel like it's that special. So this is usually how I apply highlight. I usually lay it with this side, and then I take the top of my brush and I blend everything together. That is something I do just so it's not as intense. And I feel like this is a great mix between like a liquid highlight or a cream highlight and a powder highlight. It goes on very, very smoothly. So that's something I like. I just don't, I think it's a great highlight, so don't get me wrong, but I think it's a little bit too hyped. So for lipstick, I'm gonna take the Colourpop liquid lipstick in the shade Chance. Okay, so this is the finished look. I just put some setting spray on. I think it's kind of drying down now. But I just wanted to say once again that, you know, if you are a person that hates working out, running in your living room is not gonna help you during the quarantine. I'm just saying that if you are a person that loves to work out, then you could do that. You could take that in consideration. If you love to cook, maybe start taking a little bit more time in the kitchen. If you're doing, I don't know, tacos, maybe you could do your own tortilla bread. If you are doing, you know, whatever, like just try and do stuff. Maybe if you have had it on your list to get rid of old towels, you could do that during the quarantine, and just, you know, have some YouTube in the background, or have a documentary or a movie or whatever you like to watch in the background. I think that that can help. And also, if you're not feeling well, because I know that anxiety and everything is something that a lot of people will have, and a lot of people will get even more anxiety, and some people will start suffering from depression. If you have that, don't feel like you have to stand in the kitchen. Don't feel like you have to be productive at all. Take the time to rest. Take the time to lay in the bath with a bath bomb. If you want to cry for an entire day, then do so. But just remember that you have people on social media and and that's why we're so lucky today that we can contact each other and we can write to each other and we can FaceTime and everything like that with the people that we love. I just want to say my 2 cents on this palette since it is new to me. It's the first time I used it. I think that it's very, very pretty. I like it. I am not too fond of the mattes in this palette, but I love the shimmers. It's nothing wrong with the mattes, it's just I don't love all of the mattes. So I think I would like to take this palette apart and, you know, pop it into different palettes that I have, as I said, but we'll see. I haven't really decided yet, but the quality is nice. I think that the look is, sorry, I'm just trying to put it down. I think that the look is very pretty, and I hope you like this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you did not enjoy this video, give me a thumbs down. Don't forget that you can subscribe to my channel if you want to, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!